Hi everybody, welcome to the first developer diary for Prince of Persia 3. My name is Ben Mattis and I'm the producer on Pop 3. Prince of Persia 3 is the climax of the Sands of Time trilogy. In Pop 3, the prince returns home to the city of Babylon. In terms of artistic direction, our ambition is to create a brand new outdoor urban environment. We use this outdoor urban environment to communicate three main feelings to the player. In Prince of Persia 3, the prince has just returned home to the city of Babylon. The events take place directly after Warrior Within.
Je m'appelle Olivier Leonardi et je suis le directeur artistique de Prince of Persia 3.
To recreate Babylon, we took our inspiration from real Oriental cities like Cairo in Egypt, or the Medinas of Marrakesh and Casablanca in Morocco. They've inspired the color palette, textures, and architecture of Prince of Persia 3. The pre-production phase was done by Ubisoft's studio in Casablanca, allowing us to draw on the daily life of the team to lend authenticity to the environment. So, for Pop 3, we created a city full of contrasts, everything from the mighty palace to the lowly sewers, the temples to the arena. In Pop 3, we have a lighter high city, synonymous with wealth and prosperity. We also have a darker low city, home to the poor and decrepit, which will be less decorated and more rustic. The prince will visit several interiors of homes, like kitchens, living rooms, and bedrooms. All these interiors are completely furnished and decorated with everyday items. The prince's adventure will take place over several days, allowing the player to experience Babylon by both day and night. We've used all these elements to make Babylon a living city, which will create a feeling of wonder and richness.
In the outdoor environment of Babylon, the player has an all-new sense of freedom. No longer is he being confined to the long, narrow corridors of the palaces from Sands of Time or the island from Warrior Within.
In Babylon, the players will feel a strong sense of freedom and openness, culminating with the spectacular rooftops from which they can best see the city below. High on the rooftops, the player can see foes and objectives from a distance. Players will also get the opportunity to explore different districts of Babylon by foot or by chariot.
The Babylon rooftops are a huge payoff for the player. The amazing heights combined with the prince's acrobatic skills will give the player a very strong sense of vertigo.
Each building has a lighting gradient with a darker base leading up to a highlighted roof. When the prince is in the streets, this claustrophobic environment will serve to reinforce the feeling of being hunted. When he's on the rooftops, he is the predator. The Tower of Babel is divided into two parts. The first part is inspired by the bark of a tree, a defensive layer that protects the palace from enemy projectiles or sandstorms. The second part, the royal palace, is much more open, with terraces, apartments, the throne room, and the famous hanging gardens. All of this splendor overlooks the whole city of Babylon. The tower's height is around 170 meters. This element accentuates the feeling of vertigo, as the player will climb it from the outside.
The artists on Prince of Persia 3 have done a magnificent job in creating this fabulous world for you to explore, the fantasy city of Babylon. Despite the technical challenges of creating this ancient Oriental city, we're very proud of what we've accomplished, and we're convinced you'll have a wonderful time exploring this universe and enjoy the world we've created for you in Prince of Persia 3.